What if you could have a say in how your hometown looks? Well, the town of Christiansburg is giving everyone that chance. 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett explains how you can see your ideas come to life.
Been here most of my life.
Jason Poff grew up in the historic Cambria district of Christiansburg.
My grandmother lived here. My parents still live here. I moved a whopping half-mile away.
Now he runs his family's business, MDI Safety.
It's a tight-knit community.
He loves the small-town charm Cambria offers and sees its untapped potential.
That's always the challenge, is how do you integrate a more modern, desirable place to live and work, where it also maintains some of the historic nature of the community.
Poff has the opportunity to shape his hometown. Christiansburg got a $35,000 matching grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission to plan improvements in Cambria, Midtown, and downtown. Now town officials want your feedback. So far, 500 people have responded to an online survey. Assistant Town Manager Andrew Warren says ideas can be anything from adding businesses, parking, or green space.
Having this place be a destination for shopping, but also it's a destination for the community to come for entertainment, for recreation.
Filling out the survey is easy. Just pull up the Town of Christiansburg website, search through news and announcements, and you'll see a link to the survey. And in just 10 minutes, you can give your feedback.
What do they like now? What do they think could be better in those areas?
The town's accepting responses through the summer and hosting stakeholder meetings with locals and business owners.
The planning that we're talking about, it may be something that my children or my grandchildren benefit from, but it takes time to do it right, and I would rather take the time and do it right the first time.
A first step to plan the town's new footprint. In Christiansburg, Lindsay Kennett, 10 News working for you.